So I'm the Donated Goods Strategy Manager, and that means my job for Oxfam is to find innovative ways or new ways or better ways of encouraging people to donate to charity shops or to Oxfam shops, and how they can do that, and also to work with companies and businesses about ways they can get their employees to donate their unwanted items to Oxfam as well. So basically, it's to create more stock for our shops to be able to sell, to fundraise for the work that we do.
And can you remind me as to how many shops you have in Ireland?
So in the Republic of Ireland we have 26, but we are an all-island organisation, so we have shops north and south of Ireland, and we have 45 in total all over the island.
Okay, Mark, moving on, can you tell our listeners, for those who don't know, about what is Postback?
So Postback is a new initiative that Oxfam launched in partnership with Post, and basically it's a way for anybody in the Republic of Ireland to be able to donate unwanted items to Oxfam via post. So basically you go onto our Oxfam website, so it's www.oxfamireland.org, or you can just Google Postback Oxfam, and you will find us, and then you can pop on there, fill in your details, and we will post you out a bag. The bag arrives to your house. It's free of charge. You fill the bag with your unwanted clothes, books, accessories. If you have some household items that aren't breakable, you can pop them in as well. You seal up your bag, and then on the back of the bag there is details of how you return it. So you basically, there's a QR code or a website, and you go on to Unpost website and you can arrange to have that bag collected from your home free of charge, or you can arrange to drop it into your local post office. And then once those items are collected or dropped to the post office, they come back to us, we sort them, and then we resell them throughout our network of shops around Ireland, and then that raises money for our programme work.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic idea. I only heard of Postback a few days ago. And is Postback a uniquely Irish initiative, Mark, or has the same kind of thing been happening in other countries as well?
So Postback is a uniquely Irish piece in that it's two trusted organisations, and we use what's called reverse logistics. So reverse logistics is basically there's already a van going out there around the country from Post. That's why we've worked with Post. They're going to every home in the country pretty much every day. So the vans are going out there anyway, and they're coming back usually empty. So what we do is we use that to be able to bring the donations back through the system. There are other donation schemes in other countries, but as I said, in the way that Postback works, it's very uniquely Irish.
And the idea to start Postback in Ireland, was this your idea, Mark, was it?
Well, it was discussed internally, but it's been my project that I've been working on and managing and trying to bring to the public. The reason we did it was we kind of looked at what are the reasons that people don't donate to a charity shop? And the biggest reason is that they don't have time. And then the second biggest reason is that they don't have a car or transport to be able to get to a charity shop. And then in some cases, people say, well, I've tried to donate and I just can't get parking and I don't have the time, so it ends up left in the back of the car. So we tried to see how could we get around that? How could we help people become part of the circular economy in Ireland? And the biggest way to do that was to allow them to donate from home. So that's why we came up with this Postback idea, was to be able to reach people when they're at home, let them do it from home, let them arrange to have the bag collected from home, and then they can be part of something bigger, contribute towards, raising money for our work, or for, and all do that all from the comfort of their home.
Yeah, and the initiative, I know that the official, I believe, launch of it was actually this week, but it's been going actually since April, hasn't it? Can you tell me all
Yeah,
about that?
Yeah, we launched kind of just, started doing a trial on the 31st of March, just beginning of April into March. And we, just to see, would people be interested? And it was great uptake, straight away. People were, very keen to order the bag straight off the bat. So, we have sent out over 20,000 bags already. Which is way more than we ever expected to send out in that period of time. And the great thing was that 88% of people who have ordered the bag have never engaged with Oxfam before. So they've never donated to Oxfam in the past, and that was a huge piece for us because it showed that people were donating, and it reached every county in Ireland. We've orders, multiple orders from all over Ireland, and what we're seeing now is people are coming back. Like, it's been 6 months, so people have come back after 4 or 5 months and ordered another bag, and they're doing it again. And that's kind of what we want people to do, is to make this kind of an everyday action, that people do it maybe 2-3 times a year, where you go to your wardrobe and you go, right, that doesn't fit me anymore. I don't really like that. It doesn't suit me. Whatever the reasons are, you pop it into the bag and donate it back to Oxfam. So, like I said, it's been very successful so far. So we've launched now officially with our partner on Post, and as I said, we're really excited to see what it does for the circular economy in Ireland.
And since the project has been going since April, how did you make people aware of the bags, if you know what I mean, to over the last few months?
Well, we did a little bit on social media when we initially launched the trial. We did a project with Fionnuala J, where we had her talk about the bag, and then what has happened, amazingly, what I always find great about Irish people is they find out about an idea and they go, this is brilliant, I'm going to tell everybody about it. So people started telling their friends and their neighbours. Some people seeing the little piece that we put out. We did a few radio interviews back in April about it. People heard about it and they started telling other people about it. And then what has happened is there's been a few people on social media who've created their own videos and talked about Postback, showing people how to do it, and then promoted them themselves. So I think that's a real testament to how powerful the idea is, because people just off their own back have started talking about it and telling people about it. And that's always a sign that you're doing something right, when people would recommend it and tell people about it when they don't really need to, but they just think it's a great idea and they've started sharing it. So that's kind of, it's been very, I suppose, natural way of doing things, but that's the Irish way. People talk to each other and they share good ideas, and that's what's happened.
I listened to Jim Clarkin's radio interview yesterday on Morning Ireland, the podcast about it. It's very good, And Mark, if you order a bag, are these kind of normal big bags, or are these smaller bags, or how big are they?
So the bag itself will hold about 10 kg. So we've made it very easy for people to understand what that is. It's the same size as the suitcase that you'll try and bring onto the airplane with you, if they let you. But it's that size, the same size as a carry-on suitcase. That holds 10 kg. So those cases those bags hold 10 kg of clothing as well, if they're full. So it's not a huge bag. It's not unmanageable. But it's still big enough to hold a lot of clothes. So you can imagine how much you can fit on the carry-on suitcase to bring on holidays with you. Well, you can fit that and maybe a little bit more into one of the Postback bags.
Okay, Mark, I think this is a fantastic initiative you have. Mark, is Postback a long-term initiative, or is it too early to say what will happen in the future?
I think, look, we went through our trial period. Now we've kind of, as I said yesterday, we did our official launch, and we had Minister Alan Dillon there with Jim and David Recommendment from An Post as well to officially launch the project. And Minister Dillon has been a great proponent for driving the circular economy in Ireland. So we would really hope with his support that we can keep this initiative going, because, people really appreciate how easy it is to do, and how it makes being part of something bigger easier. So our ambition will be to keep this going on a long-term basis, and get people, like I said, doing it on a regular basis, so that it's not just that you do it once off, that you do it any time that you realise your wardrobe is overflowing, that you go to your wardrobe and you go, right, I'm going to order a Postback bag and I'm going to send it off to Oxfam. And that's kind of what we want people to get into that habit of doing, because if you do things like that on a regular basis, it makes your life a lot easier, for one thing, and also you're giving back to the world. You're making the planet a better place by keeping clothes in use longer, and then you're helping Oxfam's work with people in Gaza who are affected by war, drought, famine, all over the world, where we work with people who are most in need and in crisis, with the effects of climate change as well taking such an impact on the world, that this helps you give back and be part of something bigger. So yes, we would hope to keep it going longer. So and as I said, if anybody out there wants to order a bag, very easy to do. You just pop onto the Oxfam Ireland website, which is www.oxfamireland.org, or if you Google Oxfam Ireland Postback, or even just Postback, you'll come across it. You can pop on and order your bag. And if you can't get to a computer, you can also ring 1800 062 062, and you can order a bag on the phone as well.